Hi guys, welcome back. This is the first week in a life that I am doing, and I felt like it was the perfect week to start because this is a real representation of what life looks like. This week I'm filming 2 podcast episodes. I'm gonna take you a little bit behind the scenes. I promised one of the guests that I was gonna make my famous like pumpkin spice home latte, so I'm gonna do that before she comes. Then tonight I'm going to an influencer investor dinner. So there's founders, real founders that are pitching influencers to invest into their company. I'm gonna bring my cam, see what they let me record, and then the rest of the week is a lot of in-person meetings, catching up. And then we're flying to Chicago, literally there and back in one day to go to a gala, which I wanna take you guys to. I actually brought back a stylist for that because I was just way too busy. So getting changed with you guys, getting to see all of the highs and lows of the week, trying to balance everything. So let's get into it. This is how you're gonna make the best pumpkin spice latte at home. It's so easy. You just put pumpkin spice and ground cinnamon into a milk frother. It mixes so well when you put it in before you froth it. I just add some maple syrup to the bottom, put it all together. It tastes exactly like a pumpkin spice latte. Now I'm just gonna put the mix into here. The best latte ever. Voila. How cute is this? The skeleton is ready to give her the pumpkin spice latte. Emma Kenney. You look so cute.
Thank you.
Hi.
Come on
in.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Isn't it such a cute little Halloween thing?
I'm obsessed.
Say a quick hi. I want to see you Friday, I hope. The Friday.
Four nights, yeah.
Four
I'm
nights,
so
yes.
excited. Yeah. And then one where no one can recognize who it is yet.
The foot.
When someone literally rolls their ankle and still shows up to the podcast recording. Are you sure you want to record?
Please, oh my gosh.
She's like sipping her coffee, like, okay.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Isn't it so good?
I love a pumpkin spice latte.
Podcast producers are just now wrapping medical interventions. Did this ever happen to you on set where you like hurt yourself?
God, probably many times. I'm quite a klutz.
Wait.
Nothing like this though. I've honestly never twisted my ankle, I don't think.
See?
Yeah. Emma Kenney, how did the recording go?
That was so fun.
Were you nervous?
I would say you made it like a safe, fun environment.
And how is the foot feeling now?
She's kind of numb.
How did it feel being back on set?
Oh, I love it at last.
I can't wait for you guys to see this episode. It's gonna be amazing. I have my favorite nader sister in the chair. We are about to record. I put it on the record. She is my favorite. Holland, how do you feel?
Little nerve. My voice is about to be heard. On or off, guys? What do you think?
You guys, what do you think? I think on the shoulders.
You like on the shoulders? Maybe like just
Yeah.
Okay, if I start playing with it on a slap me in the face.
I usually do almost like film to tape, so like there's not really a bunch of edits. However, if you are in the midst of something and you're like, ooh, wait, that doesn't sound good, start it again and we'll obviously cut that. And then if there's something that makes you feel like so uncomfortable, well, I cannot tell you that.
Okay.
Like make a joke about it. I'll know that to like back off of that.
By the way, first solo podcast.
That's what, okay, we're gonna talk about it. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to have my own voice. Let's see how this goes.
Mary Holland, what is the one word to describe your experience on Hot Smart Rich?
Word vomit on my part, because you're like a therapist and I can tell you anything. Forgot I was being recorded because that's how comfortable I was. Feeling empowered.
Oh, I love
I
that.
have my voice. It gave me a lot to think about, honestly. Like I'm gonna go home and write down some of my imposter syndrome tendencies.
I'm so happy. Thank you for doing this.
Obsessed with you.
I can't wait for our episode to come out.
Perfect. It's great.
It's
and
so
it's like
good.
reading HSR.
It's reading HSR. And cut. Okay, and we are immediately going to the influencer investor dinner. This is what I'm wearing. I recorded in a not a white shirt for the first time, which was crazy. Gonna be late, so let's go. Beside Megan Rue. Let's go. Thank you for honoring my new name tag. Yeah, and it's a slang.
Ask any question you want, either starting a company soon, already have a company.
Felix, what happens when you throw an event?
So first of all, we find out 48 hours before there's a nor'easter, the most amount of water since Hurricane Sandy in New York City. So we get on a flight earlier, we get here, thank God we got here earlier, so we find out that the room we're supposed to be in, that is a private dining room, is not private whatsoever. Maybe the loudest room I've ever been in. The whole point of our thing is that people can hear Founder's pitch. Day of, our Airbnb canceled on us. Whole other thing. I've been to Best Buy 6 times in the last 12 hours. This TV is purchased at Best Buy. Speakers are purchased at Best Buy. Sorry, I had a cart bring out to my Uber XXL because the 65-inch TV didn't fit in the regular Uber. We originally had one speaker because we couldn't figure out how to pair two. We were calling 15 other private dining rooms to see if on 24 hours notice they would take us. None were like up to the standard that we like expect from these events. Flight back is in 3 hours. Don't really care about that. Right now that's like not important.
Life of being an entrepreneur. Misconception about being a fund manager is that you're also an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you're wearing a lot of hats, on your hands and knees trying to like plug in TVs to the right outlets.
It is Tuesday. Today has been a very different day than yesterday, which is typically what happens on my weeks, but it's pouring rain, dreary in Los Angeles, which never works well for me. I don't thrive in gray weather and it really affects my moods. The day that today was very much like behind the scenes computer work. I caught up with a few VCs. I did something for LA Tech Week, which I actually didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I'm not really doing anything else. So I'm just like calling people to see what they're doing, what insights I can get. I had a lot of internal calls today. I just finished editing the episode trailer for tomorrow. It's gonna be Amy Lou from Tower 28. I was really excited about this episode. She's done a lot of podcasts, but no one's really been able to get to like Amy Lou the person, and I think we really did that. I am going to pack for a little bit for our day trip to Chicago tomorrow. We're flying there and back for a meeting and a gala. We had a wedding planning meeting today, or I guess like a celebration of marriage planning meeting today, which actually went really well. Courtney's sister Hallie, who's like such an incredible stylist and has such a great creative eye, sat in on it and gave a lot of her thoughts, so that was actually so helpful. We solidified a few vendors because we are doing still some traditional things like invitations to make people feel really special. And a good day. We are going to visit our new niece, who was just born a few weeks ago. Dinner with them, stop by a JP Morgan event tonight, and then hopefully get a good night's sleep because we're gonna be up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So let's do some packing, finish and wrap things up behind the computer, turn my attitude around to have a great night out in LA, even though it's raining. This bag was sent to me, and as I pack for Chicago and realized how good this actually is for a work trip, quick day or two trip, I had to show you guys. It's by this brand, by New. This is actually an innovative product. Multiple size. This is where your laptop goes. This is where more bulky items can go. This is where you can separate a bunch of stuff. All of the stuff I'm gonna wear underneath the dress, jewelry, all my cosmetics. So as a girl, I still have to pack obviously everything I'm gonna have to put on my face on the plane because I'm getting ready on the plane. Hair stuff, I'm gonna do a slick back pony because my hair will be curly. So that's that. My dress I am gonna put into a dress bag, and then we are going to meet someone before the gala for more of like a formal meeting, not just what I'm wearing on the plane here. This stuff I feel like I need to put heels in. Let's see if I can pack it all in here.
Living.
We're gonna do my skincare routine today. Okay guys, we just got to Chicago and I got ready in literal record time. I am wearing a Sur the Label dress. I brought a shawl, thank God, because it is so cold in Chicago. I love Chicago though. I don't feel like I've spent enough time here. I've been to Chicago a few times. This is where Courtney is from. Tonight we're here for the gala to honor his dad and his contribution for the arts. So I'm actually wearing his vintage Patek Philippe watch. I matched the gold jewelry to his watch. We are going for a business meeting first. Courtney actually had 2 before the gala. I had to get ready, joining him for the second one, and then we are meeting the rest of the family at the gala, which is at the Four Seasons tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you a little bit behind the scenes to the gala.
And accessible. We're going to contribute to this incredible music festival. 430 right here.
$100,000.
Whoa! Right here. Sherry, thank you so much. $100,000.
Just want to mention and thank everyone from Amstead who's come out tonight, and also acknowledge our table here of family. I have, as I said, my uncle and godfather, his wife, my brand new wife of less than 2 months.
Airport in Chicago, and I am doing a quick bathroom change. It is so cold in Chicago. I'm gonna try not to sleep back on the flight so I can just fall into bed when I get home. I'm gonna do my skincare routine now. A pair of the products.
Hey guys, Thursday was boring AF. I'm gonna skip over Thursday because you don't need to see me sit behind a computer screen for 12 hours and go straight into Friday. Hi guys, happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week and I'm actually really proud of myself for vlogging everything because it is another layer that I actually really enjoy doing because I feel like you get to see an actual representation of what life looks like for me. Today is very busy yet again. I feel like I'm gonna have to work all day tomorrow just like catching up on emails because a lot of this week has been in person and I'm honestly not the best at balancing answering emails and being on the go, but we are about to sit down with 30 of the women that have helped us incubate a company in the female health tech space that we're doing with M13 as a way to give back to them as they've been giving so much to us as we've been building this company. I feel like everybody talks about building with their community, but we have literally done work with this group of amazing HSR angels every single week for 12 weeks. So it's time that we gave back to them. We're gonna answer some questions. I'm definitely gonna film some for you guys. And then we are going to go to a lunch. This is like a huge business meeting. I haven't pitched something in person in a very long time. So I'm definitely nervous. I'm going and sitting down with a huge executive. I have to run to a doctor's appointment, which I will not be filming. And then I'm gonna meet my husband and we are going to go to my favorite place that I've never been. Horror Nights at Universal Studios. I hate dressing up for Halloween, but I honestly love Halloween, decorating the house, the traditions of it. I have a lot of really good memories of Halloween from my childhood. I've wanted to go to Horror Nights for so long. We were gonna go with like a huge group night, like our huge family, and then plans changed. Courtney and I decided that we still wanted to go. I can't wait. I feel like I'm gonna be terrified. So as soon as I come home from our doctor's appointment, we're gonna go there. And if I have the energy, I'm gonna surprise Courtney with an invite to a really cool thing I got us for tonight, but TBD if we have the energy to go. Anyway, tonight is date night. Today is Friday, best day of the week. Thank you guys for following along, and it's not over yet.
Good, it's nice to see you.
Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
We'll get started. Are you ready, Maggie?
Yeah. Woo! Like a typical podcast guest, I didn't actually read the question.
How do you know when to double down, rest, pause, push harder, move on from an idea when things aren't clicking yet?
First of all, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you guys are here. When we didn't have the numbers to back up like what the impact was, I would get all of these individual messages from a lot of you guys and like you guys are inspiring me to do something so much big. I would get that directly, and I think sometimes that is the do things that don't scale, the immediate feedback with your customer. Like my husband gets so mad at me. He's like, you read every comment, good and bad, and trust me, there are a lot of bad, but I think the benefit of that is that you're so in touch with your customer. You know that if you're having that impact on someone, it's a ripple effect of it just finding mass scale and being able to bring that to a larger group of people. If you don't get those messages from customers that are like, you're changing my life, you're doing something different, you're inspiring, that is feedback that you can take and sit with. What is the impact that I actually am having? Do things that don't scale, right? Kind of in the same way with feedback, for me, the numbers weren't there initially, but I knew I was having impact because I was directly speaking to the customer. I think that brings me to the second point, which is if you try to be for everyone, you end up being for no one. I don't talk about my career background as much as I probably should. When I worked at my last startup, before I went into music, we raised $120 million. I ran an $18 million budget. I was very responsible for trying to talk to our customer, and unfortunately our customer was really for anybody over the age of 21. We ended up talking to no one because we were trying to do everything. We were doing out of home in all these different cities. We were doing our Basel opening parties. We were working with Diplo. We were opening retail stores, and it was really hard to understand who the actual customer was, which is very clear to me with HSR now. As you could look on the screen, even though you look different, I know exactly who I'm talking to. When you're first building and you're first figuring out, is this working, is this not? A lot of the time, you aren't sure who you're actually speaking to. Which kind of brings me to my third, testing experiments with one factor that you're testing. I think a lot of the time when you're in that building phase, you're trying again to do everything, talk to everyone. The more that you go down into this very small, very specific thing, you're able to identify what works. So I think all of those three are really related. Starting to think about something, it's really like knowing who the customer is and then testing one thing at a time. One thing might work and one thing might not, and you will miss the through line if you're not actually identifying those variables. We are heading to this lunch meeting. It's at South Beverly Grill, which I haven't been to since I moved out of that area of Beverly Hills. I'm not gonna be able to bring the camera. I feel more excited than nervous because I'm actually prepared. I can't wait to go see what this person thinks of this idea. If this comes to fruition, you guys are going to see a completely new side of me and HSL. Fingers crossed. Let's get into it. Okay, husband, how was your week?
Mostly good. Better than last week.
And where are we going now?
Universal Studios. What's it called? Horror Nights or something?
Cassidy said that you've been every single year. Is that true?
Yes.
Really?
I usually go. Do some Halloween type stuff. Who's new here? Raise your hand for the camera if you're new here.
This is what we do every time Courtney's done something a million times. And I've never done it. Always wanted to go and I never have. What should I expect? Like, is it actually scary?
For you, yeah. Most kids over the age of like 14, no. But
there is a warning on the tickets that you shouldn't bring kids under 13.
I think that's right. Not as scary as Not Scary Farms.
What's that?
Not Scary Farm, but they turned into Not Scary Farm.
Well, last year we did the what? Night of the Jack.
Love Night of the Jack. Hi, Benny Biscotti. Love what you're doing over there. Babe, what do you think your favorite ride will be, and have you done any research?
No, I've done no research. Cassidy said that the haunted houses are the best part.
What's been the top 10% of your week?
My interviews this week, seeing you on stage and getting announced as your new wife in front of everyone. The Shake Shack burger on Sliv, my business meeting today, cuddling with you last night, and I have a feeling that tonight will be a highlight.
All right, let's get into it.
This is my era called doing all the things I've always wanted to and never have. Before Courtney Reum, my life was called surviving, and after Courtney Reum, my life is called thriving.
Yeah, let's trade that.
All right, let's go to Halloween Fest. Here we are.
Let's get into it.
This is my first time here. We're about to go inside. I have a feeling it's not going to be that scary, but I'm saying that now. This is apparently the most terrifying one. Are you nervous? Hi guys, happy Saturday. I'm having the best weekend I've had in such a long time. Yesterday we did horror nights. It was very fun, but not for the reasons that you think. I did not think that the haunted houses were that scary. Loved it because nobody wanted to do the Harry Potter rides, which if you know me, you know I love Harry Potter. So we did those so many times. We ended up just going to the city walk and like having frozen yogurt and different food. We went shopping at Sephora. Really, I just had the best time because it was like dating your partner. And I think sometimes when you're in a long-term relationship, you forget to date. My husband and I always say to each other, effort is sexy. We put in so much effort with each other all the time, but especially after a long week, you've just had like a crazy schedule. Sometimes the last thing you want to do is put in effort, and it's just easier to like stay at home and Netflix and chill. It was such a reminder that is exactly what you have to do to keep relationships exciting and fun. So when we were driving home, we actually drove past where I used to live with my ex, and I was explaining to my husband now like how crazy it is to think about how different my life was. It was just kind of a crazy full circle thing at the end of the night to feel so good about where I'm at. Today, I am just taking it easy. We had the best morning, just like working out, doing red light therapy. I am about to work with a new stylist for Baby to Baby and Lakma and Reverse Ret, the 3 galas that are coming up. I feel like we're in gala season. Then I am going to get my nails done. I think I'm gonna do winter wine again. I'm obsessed with this color. Tonight, I'm gonna watch the Victoria Beckham documentary, which my sister said is amazing. So thank you guys so much for following along. I actually love doing longer vlogs. If you like this, please tell me. If you love something, tell them, because you never know when it could go away. And it's so much fun reading all of your comments. I hope that you guys have the best weekend and the best week ahead. We will talk to you soon.